7:14 on a cloudy Wednesday. It's good to have Doc Osgood back.
Hey, how about the Dom getting into the game, huh?
I tell you what, it's going to be interesting.
You know, I really think it's kind of when every time he tries to announce, you know, I always just go, yeah, whatever, because he never gets in. You know, he's never gotten in before, and he's always just kind of made a show of it, and.
He is a showman, you know.
Yeah, I've never really took him seriously, but honestly, I think he could do better than all of the career politicians that we have.
And that's why I've been looking at Carly Fiorina.
Yeah.
She's not a politician, and she was on one of the TV talk shows one time, and she says, "We're a citizen government. We're not a professional politician government."
Yeah.
And we've turned it into that.
We are, and that's how it's become corrupt. Is because you have
Carly
these corrupt
Fiorina,
people.
you look at Carly, you look at Donald Trump, they're business people.
Yeah, and they know how to get rid of the fat. They know how to cut the fat and get rid of waste, which is all we have in government. So,
and I'm sure the concern would be foreign and domestic policies, but you know, when it comes down to economic stuff, I think they'd have a little bit more common sense.
Yeah. Exactly.
Saying, well, if you're $18 trillion in debt, you shouldn't be writing checks to bail out Bolivia when they have a woodpecker fall out of a tree.
Right, and the thing is we need somebody tough like Reagan was with foreign relations, where we're not going to get walked on all the time. And you know, he's somebody that's pretty tough. I would think. No. So I don't know. It could be interesting.
Well, we need somebody that can restore the respect of America.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, you know. Every foreign leader over there knows that Obama's not going to do a thing.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting walked on.
And now he's having to put troops back in. We're in Iraq or Iran over there. And now he doesn't know what to do with them once he gets them.
He's totally lost.
What's your plan of action? I don't know.
He has none.
We described it yesterday. You know, Senator Cotton called in yesterday, and I described it as he got to talking about how football games played. So it sounds like we're using deflated footballs.
Exactly. We have no leadership. There's it's a rudderless ship.
Yeah, it is.
It's just going wherever it wants to go. So that's a problem. But yeah, I was kind of excited for that. So
gonna be interesting.
Yeah, could be interesting. So we've been talking a lot about headaches lately, and you know, there's a lot of people that are walking around out there and they think that they have a BC powder shortage in their body or an aspirin shortage in their body, because all they ever do is pop pills and take BC powders or take aspirins or those type of things. And there is usually a reason you have a headache. And I would say 90% of the reason that most people have headaches comes from the neck being misaligned and having issues with the vertebrae in the neck. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times it can come from old injuries. I have people who come in there, they have a whiplash injury they don't even know they had, and it was from when they were a kid years ago and they fell, had a really good fall, you know. And so you can have these old injuries that create these issues later on in life, and they're fixable. And that's what people need to understand, is you don't have to just pop pills and hope it goes away. You can actually get rid of the problem by improving the function of the spine. When you have an old injury, it makes it to where the spine doesn't function like it should, and so it gets to where the vertebrae don't move like they should in their range of motion. And if you can restore that by adjusting the spine and removing the nerve interference that's created by that, then you remove the headaches, you remove the pain, tension across the upper back and neck, numbness and tingling down the arms and hands. All that stuff tends to go away. So don't just live with it. $37 in the office. We take x-rays, do a nerve scan, and we find out just what's going on so we can fix the problem.
And, you know, like you said, do you want to keep popping pills?
Yeah.
You know, I think we talked about this last time. I remember a commercial remember Bufferin, which was a buffered aspirin?
Yeah.
People were at this springtime picnic, and this lady said, "Joe, you got my Bufferin?"
Hey,
no, I gave it to Harry.
He
He had a sore elbow from playing badminton or tennis or something, and
It's like
Joe,
candy.
They're just passing
It's
around.
like
'cause
candy, man.
Everybody had an acre of pain.
Yeah, right. So, you know,
Quit popping pills.
there's a reason for pain. Pain is there because it's telling you something's wrong. Don't ignore a pain signal. Just it's something that you've got to fix.
You know, you look at the TV commercials. Go to YouTube and pull up some of the old TV commercials.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, I had a bell pepper for supper. Now I've got heartburn.
Yeah,
so
right.
it was Alka-Seltzer.
Pop a pill.
He had to swallow something more. Oh, he's got a cough. He needs cough syrup. You know.
Right.
Come
Right.
on.
You know, the body has a way of telling you what's wrong with it. You just have to try to listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, one of those things is pain. Pain's a signal that issues are going on inside that need to be fixed. So, I would say, like I said, 90% of the cases when it comes to headaches come from, hey, misalignments, old injuries, and problems that are usually from the past that we can correct and get functioning again. And, you know, people are out on they're going to be, and more out on the lakes and out on, you know, doing tubing and skiing and all kinds of fun activities that can come with
Bluff
a sense
diving.
of pain involved as well, especially when you mess up on those things. So, I said before I was at Silver Dollar City and my head got whipped around a little bit. I needed an adjustment after doing that. And it's
Were you on the roller coaster?
Yeah, you bet. I'll tell you, you can feel it, and it is something that people are doing this time of year. We're out having fun, and so don't forget that if you hurt yourself doing any of those activities, don't just put it off. Don't say, it'll go away. Come in, let's fix it, because it's usually something that needs to be fixed. Otherwise, it can turn into something worse.
Think of it this way. If you fell and broke your leg,
Mm-hmm.
you're not going to just run inside and take an aspirin for the pain. It's hurting because it's broke.
Right.
So what do? You go to the doctor and you get it fixed.
Right.
You get it in a cast, whatever it takes, a little bit of physical therapy, you're back on the road.
Exactly. So, any type of injury that you have, and I told people over car accidents, there's a lot of people who have these fender benders, and they might feel a little bit of a twinge of pain. They ignore it, and then a couple months later, they actually wake up and can't even move. So don't ignore accidents like that. Don't just say, I'm fine. Have it checked, because chances are you've got something that needs to be corrected when you have any type of a injury like that or trauma.
I remember about 15, 18 years ago, I walked across a kitchen floor I didn't know had been mopped and slipped and fell on my hips, caught the palm of my hand. That right there is going to jar the daylights out of the spine.
Definitely. And I get folks who land real hard like that on their rear end years ago, and I'll take pictures, find they actually had a compression fracture of one of their vertebrae from it.
Really?
Yeah, you can have those happen real easily, and a fracture of one of the vertebrae, it's not usually, it doesn't paralyze you or something like that. When it comes to compression fractures, you don't even know it's there a lot of times, and you can have this vertebrae that got squished basically from a fall, a big fall like that. So
wow,
yeah, all kinds of things can happen. The thing is that people should remember is don't ignore it. Don't just say it'll go away, especially if you're laying in bed and it's hurting and you can't move. I mean, it's not going to go away. You need to address the problem. You need to have it fixed. And the first step is to come in. Let's take X-rays. Let's find out what has occurred. I think it's real important to take X-rays when you're doing chiropractic care, because if you don't see what's going on, you don't know. And so if we can take pictures of the bone structure, we can see the alignment, we can see discs, we can see how degeneration has occurred in the discs, and we can see just how much work needs to be done by taking those films. And so, I think it's important. Plus, we educate you when you come in the office, too. We make sure you know just why you're there, We look, we show you the films. How many times have you been to doctor's office and taken x-rays and you never see the x-rays?
Yeah.
I wanted you to sit down and show you what's going on, tell you exactly
And you
what we
compare
see.
that X-ray to the skeletal model.
Show you
on
what's
your desk.
exactly. Show you why the discs are working the way they are and why there's pressure on the nerves. So, yeah, if you're worried about it because of money, with Obamacare, there's coverage when it comes to chiropractic care. If you don't have any coverage at all, we make it affordable. We'll come up with a game plan for you to be able to come up with it out of pocket and not break the bank completely. Sure. So, there are options for you there. And like I said, $37 is the first visit with the scan and x-rays. That's real affordable. It's, normally can be up to $200. So
be sure to check out the website, Mountain Home Family Chiropractic. It's mountainhomechiro.com. A lot of information right there.
A lot of good info. And if you don't find answers to your questions there, there's a link to send me an email and ask me a question, because I get those all the time. People not sure if I can help or not with a particular problem, and I can give them insight on, hey, here's what I think can happen. So, yeah, do that. You can sign up for an appointment online as well. There's even a blog there where we talk about a certain issue each week, and newsletter. You can sign up to get a newsletter each month, too. So, a lot of good stuff there.
And you can always ask questions by the email, and Doc enjoys getting those too.
Oh, yeah.
And you've got a massage therapist there.
Massage therapy. We have nutritional counseling.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So nutritional counseling, I have a really good friend who is very, very good at nutritional counseling, and I don't tend to have the time for it because of the chiropractic work that I do, but so I bring her in as a partner in it, and she actually does nutritional counseling by video chat, basically. They sit in my office, and she's there on the video screen, and you talk, she does a lot of probing on what's going on with you, and she asks a lot of questions, and you fill out a big nutritional counseling paperwork that talks about everything that's going on with you, and she'll go through it in detail and figure out just what you need as far as supplementations goes and that sort of thing. So a lot of things that we do there.
Let's see. If you have questions, there's all kinds of topics on the website.
Yeah.
And, for instance, I'm not getting into the common myths. That's a good one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, things that you've heard from other people that chiropractic, don't see a chiropractor because they'll do this. Well, those are all common myths. And if you haven't heard it directly from a chiropractor, chances are it's not true. So don't just believe what you hear.
But it works. I'm a firm believer in it. It's trying to get away to get down there so I can get
right. You got to keep that maintenance going.
Keep it going.
You got to keep it adjusted. That's most people, when they come into the office, they'll first come in because they're hurting, and they remain under care after they stop hurting to maintain a good, healthy adjustment. Mm-hmm. I have folks who come in once a month, once every couple of weeks. Depends on the individual, but the main thing is, once it's working properly, you keep it working properly with a good maintenance adjustment.
Your location and phone number.
That's 425-4424, and we're right across the street from Affordable Insurance and Centennial Bank down there, and just down the street from Hobby Lobby. So,
well, I tell you what, Doc Osgood helped me, and I guarantee you he can help you.
You betcha. The thing about it is if you don't know if we can help, just ask. We're there.
Email.
We're there to answer any questions you might have, and we try to be as open and available as we can be.
Sounds good. And we were talking about Donald Trump. I had a good friend, Roger, emailed and says, where are the candidates with proven military leadership?
Yeah.
In either party.
Right.
There you go.
It's true.
Give Doc a call today, 425-4424. Send him an email, mountainhomechiro.com. Check out the website. And I guarantee you, Doc can help you. He's helped me many, many times. And I appreciate what you do.
You bet. We, like I said, give us a call, and we usually get you in same day, if not, right there soon after. So,
Once again, 640 Highway 62 East. Put that in layman's terms, it's right across from Affordable Insurance and Centennial Bank.
Right down the street from here.
And so that brings us to news time. Thanks to Doc Osgood for being here. Real quick, anything else you need to share?
No, man, just think the main point is don't put it off. Just it just gets worse. It just gets worse.
Yeah, don't put it off. Go see Doc.
Yep.
We'll be right back.